What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am Stephen M, back on your screen again, and I'll be the ringmaster of this little sideshow right here. And I have been gone for a minute, but I'm back. And for you people that just got here, you probably don't give a either way, but man, I'm telling you right now, if someone tells you to get Windows 11, don't do it. It has been a nightmare. I've been trying to get stuff set up for a couple of weeks, redoing OBS and all. I mean, it's a real pain. I'm telling you, I got a whole new level of respect for YouTubers. I don't even have to like your channel. I'll like and hit that sub button right away because I know you put some work in on that. So that being said, that's where I was at, trying to get this all back set up again. If you got some pointers how to set up OBS and Windows 11, if you have any tips on how to make those things run smoothly, go ahead and let me know. Okay? All right. So now let's get up into some of these jaw-dropping conspiracy theories. But real quick, if you are new here or if you've been here for a while and you haven't hit that sub button, do me a quick favor and just hit that sub button. It only takes a second. I'm telling you, bro, I might look like a douche, but I would do it for you. I'm just like Jessica Rabbit.
I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way.
Okay, enough of the panhandling. Let's get up into this.
In the year 1904, a man named J.C. Brown was engaged in gold prospecting at Mount Shasta when he stumbled upon an enigmatic cave. Intrigued, he ventured down the empty tunnel, a journey that spanned an impressive 11 miles. At its culmination, he made a remarkable discovery, a lost city adorned with hieroglyphics gracing its walls. As he delved deeper into this mysterious metropolis, he came upon a chamber containing 27 tombs.
That's a groovy little tune that got going on there.
These tombs housed skeletons of colossal proportions, each towering over 10 feet in height. Astonished and likely overwhelmed by the significance of his find, he concealed the entrance to the city, guarding the information closely while nurturing his obsession with its secrets. It was only after 3 decades that he mustered the courage to assemble a team of 80 individuals, all eager to revisit and explore the city. However, on the scheduled day of their expedition, J.C. Brown inexplicably vanished without a trace, leaving behind a trail of unanswered questions. Did J.C. Brown inadvertently uncover a secret that someone was determined to keep hidden?
Man, I swear I gotta look into this shit first. J.C. Brown, Jesus Christ Brown, I don't know, man. For real? Did that really happen? It wasn't a newspaper, it says, but that could have been a bullshit newspaper. 11 miles down is crazy. Like, most people can't even walk 11 miles, period, especially now, you know. Shit, you can't get people off the couch, let alone walk 11 miles. That's, I don't know, man. That's pretty out there. He never told anybody where it's at. For 30 years, he sat around just not telling anybody about any of this shit or not telling them where it was at. And now no one can find it. Just no one can find it now. Just old J.C. Brown was out there walking around, went down 11 miles, found all this impressive, magnificent shit. And then like 30 years later, he's like, hey, you guys want to go check that out? And then he just disappeared without a trace. Well, that part I wouldn't find that crazy if someone wanted to keep it hidden and really knew where it was at. But I don't know. If you want to go try to find that, leave a comment in the comments. Let's get a team together and roll out. We got to avenge the disappearance and I assume death of J.C. Brown and find that underground city. All right. Let's go.
What if I told you that those pseudo-archaeology videos you've been watching on YouTube about how the pyramids in Egypt were built were actually right all along? Let me show you something which will blow your mind. If sound can levitate objects in this way, what else can it do? Using sound vibrations to oscillate this copper tube attachment, fixed in place by a wooden block, it can cut directly through granite. But that doesn't explain how they moved those huge 80-ton blocks, you say.
I didn't say. Well, it's kind of fucked up how the video just cut off, but yeah, like Pumapunku. I know I brought this up probably 20 times on this fucking channel, probably not 20. All right, but either way, how it's cut with laser precision, and they have no explanation of how that happened. Right there's your answer. The sound waves, okay, I guess that's a little different than Ancient Aliens did it. but they had some kind of technology that we just can't know about. And it's probably what Tesla knew about too. And they're like, you know what? You need to shut up, because then we can't tax these dumb fucks for the rest of their life millions of dollars and charge them for electricity bills and whatever else they're taxing us for, and make us, reliant on whoever, the system, whoever's running the damn show, not us. That's for damn sure. So we got to figure this out. That's how they built the pyramids. And the weird thing is, it seems like all these ancient cultures were able to do the same thing pretty close. So how'd they all figure it out? And if they all had it figured out, I mean, we're all talking different countries, continents, that whole thing. They all figured it out. If they all figured it out, how did it all get suppressed? You know what I'm saying? At this point, probably antidepressants and pharmaceuticals, but had to happen long before that, I would guess. I don't know, man.
Both these pictures are Senator John Fetterman from Pennsylvania. What happened to his tattoos? Where are his tattoos? Now, a couple weeks ago, I made a video about Senator Fetterman. That he does not look the same since he got sick. Now, I'm not saying he's not the same person. I'm just saying he looks different. This is Senator Fetterman here a couple years ago. See the tattoo?
No, that's crazy, because that looks nothing like the guy now. It looks like Bam Bam Bigelow, actually. Maybe in real life, I wonder if he's related to Bam Bam Bigelow, because holy shit, does he look like him. Yeah, his tattoos are gone, but maybe he just covered them up for aesthetics of Washington, D.C. I mean, it's tough to say. Just to fuck with us, so, tough to say, but that don't look the same. He's not kidding about that. That sure as shit don't look the same.
And this is last year on the campaign trail. See the tattoos? And here's a video from earlier this week.
Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment, or has said he's going to direct. Really?
Oh my! Did you see that? Did you see his arms? Let's look again. Where are the tattoos? These are all within the year. Pictures of Senator Fetterman's tattoos. Now he just doesn't have any? Now, if after he got sick, he started to get healthy and he got work done, that's great. But I sure as hell am not the only person who thinks he looks different now. Like I said, I'm not saying he's not the same guy. He just looks a lot different. So if people have questions, they're legitimate questions. Let me know what you think, Booshkis. Shabadoo!
That dude is a riot. Every time he cracks me up. I don't know what Shabadoo means, but it's funny too. Yeah, he doesn't look the same. I mean, it's funny how he says it, like, I'm not saying it's not the same guy, but he just doesn't look the same. He doesn't look the same. How could you look that different? And what's anybody gonna do? What's nothing? Yeah, I don't think that's the same guy. I don't think that guy looks the same. Something. You know what you're gonna do? Fucking nothing. Just deal with whatever. At this point, it's all theatrics. They could just it's like replacing a character in like a sitcom, and they get like a new actor to come in, because the other one quit or whatever happened to them. They went to rehab probably or some shit, and you just replace it. It doesn't even look like the same person, but you just, that's still, I can't even think of one off the top of my head, but you know what I'm saying? It's still the same character, even though it doesn't look like, that's probably what they're doing in politics. Joe Biden, just get some fucking old man hack in there that's half losing their mind, losing half their mind. Let's say it like that. We gotta be PC around here, folks. Can't go full R-worded around this mug. Get in a little bit of trouble. But that ain't Fetterman. I don't know. I was just up in where he's from, actually. Where's he? The town of Bradford or Bradford County. I was just in both of them. I forget which one he's from, but I was just in both of them. I'll start asking around up there, see what them folks think next time I get up that way. I'll report back with some intel. Stay tuned. Hit that sub button. You better stay tuned. You know what I'm saying?
Named Edward Leedskalnin discovered the secret behind the construction of the Great Pyramid of Giza. Indeed, in his memoirs, he noted, "I have found the secret of building the pyramid." In 1923, in memory of his late wife, he decided to build a coral castle. Interestingly, with his small stature, standing only 5 feet tall and weighing 100 pounds, And with primitive
it's a coincidence
tools,
we just
he
talked
was able
about
to lift many massive stones, stacking them on top of each other, some weighing up to 30 tons. The gate alone weighed up to 9 tons. According to neighbors, they saw him working alone at night. Even more strangely, he seemed to have a sixth sense. Whenever someone was spying on him, he would stop working. However, once a neighbor saw Edward Leedskalnin doing something with the stones, as if it would make them move on their own. Modern scientists believe that he discovered the vibrational frequency of the stones, scientifically known as acoustic levitation, to lift them. On page 69 of his memoirs, he wrote, "Today I saw my wife again. She is beautiful. We traveled through many lands and even reached the place that holds the knowledge of the universe, meeting Nikola Tesla, who is practicing here. It feels very real." But pages 82 and 83 mysteriously disappeared, and there's only one way to explain this. Edward Leedskalnin really reached the boundary, found the knowledge of God, or what is also referred to as the Akashic Cosmic Library that Tesla also mentioned.
Dude, first off, that's the same groovy little tune that was in the first video, and I'm about positive YouTube flags that, and I'm going to have to replace it with something else. So that's kind of a bummer, because apparently you can do whatever you want over on the TikToks, and they don't flag anything for music in the background of stuff. And then you go to put it on YouTube, and they're like, "Well, you can't have this over here because somebody cares." Like, well, whatever, dude. But they just said it was a little off topic. The scientific, I forget what it's called, scientific theory of whatever it was to use sound to lift. There's a scientific theory. So this is like well-known knowledge that this is a thing, and we're just acting like we don't know shit about fuck when it comes to pyramids and all this other stuff. I totally believe this guy figured it out. I do know about that whole thing he built. I didn't know how he did it or like the whole ins and outs of it or anything like that. And I didn't know about that book either, or the 2 pages missing, or me and Tesla. Whatever happened to this guy? They say he died. I mean, the weird part is also, why would he care if anybody's looking? Why would he care if the neighbors are watching? Why wouldn't he tell everybody, like, "Hey, man, you know what I figured out over?" I'd be telling everyone, "Hey, you know what I figured out over here? You can lift 9-ton stones with just like you doing some fancy little shit with the sound. You know, you can do that, right?" I mean, at least like go out and start a business, start making some money. You know what I mean? You could like get a rock quarry going. You'd be killing the industry. You'd blow the bottom out of the market. You could move boulders around. You get into some landscaping. Oh my God, you'd have a retaining wall built. Dude, you'd be so damn good. You'd be putting the Mexicans out of business. I mean, there's a lot of shit you could do with that. Built some pyramids. Like, woof. This guy was really neglecting his skills if this was the case. Which it seems like, how else did he do it? I don't know. It's either that or he hired 9,000 Mexican landscapers, and I think the neighbors would have noticed them coming in. So I don't think that's what happened. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that if that's what you hire. I'm not saying that. So I'm saying I love it. So I'm just saying. They do a lot of landscaping. All right? Get off my back about it.
Look at your M closely. There's a gap right here in the letter M. It's never connected. So you go into Hebrew. The letter Vav is also the number 6. Short top, long tail. Short top, long tail. You could have here in Hebrew 666 on the can. But my interest is the word monster.
It's the devil's.
What do you see in the O? There's a cross.
Okay.
What has Christ got to do with an energy drink, let alone the name Monster? Here is the message.
It's godlike energy. What do you mean?
666 in Hebrew. And then the Bible talks about the beast in Revelation. And look at Monster's ad. This is their statement. You see these M's everywhere. Hats, t-shirts, bumper stickers. Is there another agenda here? If God can use people and product, so can Satan. And look at it this way. Even if the M was not the issue, you cannot deny that that is a cross. And what is witchcraft? When the cross goes upside down. Bottoms up.
Bottoms up, bottoms up. I mean, I think she's right for sure. I've seen that whole thing before, that they put that all together. I'm sure everybody has. It is crazy. All the symbolism is right there in front of your face. But at the same time, like, what's the point? Like, whatever. If it's not, it doesn't matter. Most people don't even know what the hell it means. So it's only certain people that's going to know what it means anyway. So, like, whatever. Like, maybe the people that created Monster Energy are a bunch of Satanists, and I don't know. Who knows? The weirder part would be if there's something goofy in it. Like, I don't know, stem cells. But there was someone saying something. It probably was one of these videos somewhere. So go ahead and watch them all and let me know. That these, I don't know, big corporations, I guess, somebody, whoever's running something, the reason they want all these abortions is they put little pieces of, you know, stem cells, fetus, whatever, in fast food. They were saying in fast food, and like, cause like, where's all this burger coming from? Like, there's not enough cows to supply all the burgers coming out of fast food restaurants alone, let alone the supermarkets, this, that. So, you know, part of the whatever, the elite's way of, I forget what it was, something about having everybody eat part of a baby is some kind of sacrifice to whatever, I don't know, Baphomet, Moloch, I'm not sure how it all works. I'd have to consult a Aleister Crowley book, I suppose. But either way, point being is that they're putting little pieces of fetus in all these things, and then all of us, the public, eats and consumes these things, and it's, you know, their way of getting their, I don't know, sacrifice or whatever it is to their satanic god fulfilled. So I had that thought with energy drinks. Even with that Monster thing specifically is what made me think it, because maybe that's what it's like. Yeah, just to let all the crew know, you know, like the whole, you know, celebrities doing that thing, letting the whole crew know, hey, we got this one on lockdown. They're all drinking the babies. Dude, funny, not funny, I suppose. I recently had that thought about things that just rope people in they can't get away from. Fast food's one of them. Energy drinks, people are hooked on these damn things. Holy shit. You know what's another one? Methadone. These people go to these methadone clinics, they're never getting off that shit. It's crazy because you think about it, you're doing these street drugs, and no, I'm not like on methadone. I know a lot of people that are, but I'm not. These people do these street drugs though, they get off those and do that. There's no really way off that. Taper down, do that whole thing. But I think you'd be better off getting off street drugs, you know, heroin, whatever it may be. Roughing that out, because you know, they say, I never went through it, but they say getting off methadone is the most miserable thing. So what's in that? You know, they're hooking people for life. Stem cells. That's Monster. Oh my god, because they're creating monsters. So it all comes full circle. It comes back to Monster. Okay, they're creating monsters because they're putting not live ones. Come on now, let's not be goofy. Stem cells in Monster Energy drink. That's what's going on. Clearly. Or Red Bull. Red Bull, it gives you wings. Because the little baby got wings and they're sacrificing it to a Red Bull. I don't know, that's got to be a metaphor for something. The red, we could see devil. I don't know what the bull might be. Probably something. I'll just go ahead and assume I'm right on all this shit, and so can you.
A kind of seahorse never seen before has just been discovered washed up on a beach. This animal is said to have existed several million years ago, according to the myths and legends told by the elders of the region. With a length of 8 feet and terrifying dorsal spines reminiscent of razor blades, it is
Hold up. That was the elders of the region. Hold up. This is the elders of the region. That looks like the guys that sit at McDonald's in the morning and drink coffee and read the paper. That's the elders of the region. They're bitching about the pinochle game down at the old folks' home. What? I couldn't pick up my meds down at CVS. Goddamn things got me 3 hours later. I just came down here and got a little coffee. That's the elders of the region. Come on now.
With a length of 8 feet and terrifying dorsal spines reminiscent of razor blades, it is astonishing that this creature has been able to remain hidden for so long. However, there were always rumors and whispers among the local fishermen, speaking of strange and terrifying creatures lurking in the deep waters near the beach. What makes this discovery so incredible is the man who found it, a renowned researcher named David Seilfin. He was studying the ecosystems on the coast when he stumbled upon this shocking discovery. At first, he did not realize what he was seeing because the creature was partly buried in the sand. It was only when he approached that he noticed the frightening details of the animal, a head that resembled that of a horse, but with traits so coarse and terrifying that it seemed to belong to another world. He quickly began filming this discovery, capturing every horrifying detail of this never-before-seen creature. Suddenly, the animal moved, revealing a mouth full of sharp teeth. David managed to back away just in time, avoiding a potentially deadly attack. He then shared his discovery with the world. To see the video, click on share, then more, and finally, photos.
Did he just say there's an actual video? Click on share. You got to share it? I don't know. Maybe I'll go back and look into that and try to do it, but probably not. So he's saying he found it alive. That's what we're saying. Old David C. Finn, coincidentally, has Finn in his name and he's big into fish. Like, come on. It sounds like bullshit to me. So he found this humongous horsefish alive, buried in the sand, and then boom, 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 it almost ate him, and then it got away. And he has it on video. That's what I'm supposed to believe out this clip. I'm not doing it. I'm not gullible or even gullicalf. Okay, that's not even. He had to throw that bar in there. It was a horse with hair, of course. Is that what he said? Something like that. My man David Seafin did not find a horsefish, and they said it was alive. The picture was a skull of a horsefish in the beginning. So, like, why are you trying to bullshit me, bro? Why not just show the video? Wouldn't that be easier? Just show the damn video. We saw the video. Oh, no, they're going to double down on clicks. How about you double down on this? Okay, on to the next video, folks.
Now, as a veteran of many years in American politics, I'm going to tell you something somewhat shocking. Joe Biden will not be the nominee of the Democratic Party in 2024. Kamala Harris will briefly become president, but the only way in their party they can replace a woman of color is with another woman of color. And yes, you heard it here first. The Democratic nominee for president will be Michelle Obama. They have already rigged their primaries. The reason that they have canceled the Iowa caucuses and the New Hampshire primary is to put South Carolina, a state where a majority of the Democratic primaries or primary voters are African Americans, and they will allow Gavin Newsom to purchase the vice presidential nomination, but the Obamas will hold him up for $600 or $800 million to do so. You heard it here first. When Steve Bannon says it in 3 weeks, remember I said it first.
I keep telling y'all, they are selected, not elected. It doesn't matter who is going to be president. We are all doomed. And if you actually think Trump is on your team, I'm going to show you why he not very soon. It's going to shock everybody.
Why not just show us now?
What advice would you give a young lady wanting to become president of the United States?
Well, I hope we do have a young lady at some point become president of the United States. I can tell you how I think it will happen, because it won't happen in the normal course of events. Either the Republican or Democrat political party will nominate a man for president and a woman for vice president. And the woman and man will win. So you'll end up with a president, a male, and a vice president, a female.
I mean, he nailed that.
And in that term of office of the president will die. And the woman will become president under the law or Constitution. And once that barrier is broken, from then on, men better be careful, because they'll have a hard time ever even getting a nomination in the future.
Yeah, it makes a lot of sense the way he says that. once the barrier's broken kind of deal. Because now, like, cat's out of the bag. Like, what his thought process is, and this guy's gonna know, you know, like, people aren't just gonna elect a woman initially. And this is, what was that, 30 years ago, over 30 years ago, he said that. So obviously, it's way different now. But his thought process, we're not just, people wouldn't just elect a woman. But once one gets in, after that, it'd be like, now it's just the norm, and we're just gonna run with that. That Roger Stone is onto something there. Of course he is. He would know. I mean, if you don't know who Roger Stone is, do some digging into who Roger Stone is and go back to his early days of how he got presidents in and the way he kind of shaped the way, I want to say, not elections are ran, but like ads for elections and things like that. How they ran their campaigns, like a campaign manager, the dirty tricks. He takes credit for getting a lot of people in. He wanted Trump to be president. What was it, back in the 80s even, I think it was. He was saying Trump's going to be president. That's probably why they kicked in his door waving a 4-4 there a little while ago. But that's a guy that knows some shit. So if he said it, might be worth listening to. Okay, now it's time for the feel-good video of the day. I don't even know what it is. I didn't even watch it yet, but I imagine it's hilarious. So check it out.
Vera Wang and Joan Shingang shipments passed away. Shanga Koala. Vera Wang.
Oh, someone just bring out Ashton Kutcher already. Are we being punked or what? Like, there's just no way they're just letting this go on. But hey, it is what it is. You can't help but to laugh at it, because if you take it serious and give a shit, you're just gonna lose your damn mind. But either way, that's the video. Thank you for sticking around. If you didn't hit that sub button, do me a quick favor and just go ahead and hit that sub button real quick. It's right down there. It takes a second of your life, I'm telling you. There's a lot of good stuff coming, so just go ahead and do that. If you liked the video, hit the like button. If you didn't like the video, just keep it moving, bro, because I'm telling you, I don't want no beef with you. That's all, folks.